from Kimmy Kittens because they've seen the tape. They've seen how players like PTC and Patman play in these angles that are a bit more, I'd say, convicted, right? It's very much so on these corners, in these small little pocket holes, but when you have the Teho, it flushes them out. And usually, those are the spots for your initiators. That's the spot for your breaks, the spot for a Sova, sometimes even the Cypher. And if NAOS can't play on those angles, Kimmy Kittens will stand a chance to get especially the score on the board on the attacking side.
I think the one thing that's very, very special about this game, right, is when an agent selection, composition, it hits meta, it makes sense, right? It makes sense that people pick that over and over again, but the versatility, having the differences is what makes this game so special. So Crazy Guy, I tip my cap to you. Is it going to work, though? Because Vera all the way down long immediately. Paranoia does come out a little bit blind. Vera gets one, but Xavi able to get it back. So he'll fall all the way back to C immediately as the Cavalry's here.
Yeah, quick test play there from that Kimmy Kittens, but now still putting the pressure on C.
Woo!
And there you go, Conky. They're going into that C side.
Yeah, ripping it apart straight away. So having PTC now jump into the garage, he is going to hear the footsteps rotating over, but he's very, very open to walking through, and Xavi will get the additional, and PTC gets the catch. So that's a great opening here from NAOS. 3 alive.
Yeah, so a few things really to set the tone of this game here, Conky. First thing first, of course, look at Ja and how he performs against his former team. He knows all the plays of NAOS. He knows how these set plays work out, how these executes happen. But at the same time, he's no longer tip the spear. See the timing on that smoke swing? He knows that NAOS will have that log control, look to try and push it the backside, and he gets one for his troubles. But then on the other side, I look at Kimmy Kittens too. I like Teho on Crazy Guy, but this is the first time I believe we're seeing him on the agent in official competition, so discomfort might be a problem at the start of this game.
So we talked about the early snowball, right? But that's a good pick there from Vera. Did he actually do some further damage? No, not quite, but he's going to continue to try and fight this line with the Marshal, but the Dark Covers will give him some space.
And also you see PTC just lurking there in the closed window. NAOS at the very start thought they could just go for the rush down, but Kimmy Kittens, they love to play these long angles, right? And now a swing over to try and play into A, but Crazy Guy is just stalking them in the traps here.
Happy to leave the trap wire for now, so we'll see if he wants to actually push over to that, but at least the information is there, right? They've opened up mid, they've stacked up towards A, super ready for this position. I think NAOS might be in for a bit of a rude awakening.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Styron, especially good spot to throw out the fault line. You also still have Heaven Control drop, keeping an eye out. Shot comes through from Vera, and damage again here.
Tagged up. Fault line will keep him at bay. There's that rotation coming through. So now they've got the information, and that should be enough to potentially tell them as to what's happening with PTC. Cruising on in, does get caught by the trap wire. Damage from Lane. Very nicely done. Xavi has to try and pick something up here. Patman is going to be the sole member left alone now. Never mind, Xavi also there, and Ja trying to push forward. Crazy Guy and Ja now only left on the Patman. Damage is there, 13 HP, so low. 1 HP on Ja, and this rotation from Crazy Guy is going to come around towards the sewers, and I don't think he's going to be ready for it. Excellent response there from Kimmy Kittens. Now it's walking straight into the trap.
What an incredible eco from Kimmy Kittens, and again, a few more factors here to watch out for. Vera, when he gets off the hot start and hits these nutty shots, well, it's already a big sign that Kimmy Kittens is raring for it. But I find it a bit funny here, Conky, that you look at who Ja has effectively victimized so far in this game. I know it's just 2 rounds, but the first time he swings out of the smoke, it's against Sultan. Now here in the second round, who runs into the tripwire? Not his former teammates, it's PTC instead. It's just like, probably now it's like, guys, Ja's gonna do that, please be careful. But no, it's just Ja finding, well, the players that have effectively replaced him on the NAOS roster.
Yeah, absolutely. Always interesting to get into the head of the other team. But Vera over to the Outlaw, so pretty good looking buy now for Kimmy Kittens. Just going to be simmering back. Now it's obviously forcing back into this, trying to make something happen. They've got some money to buy a full gun round into the 4th if they're unsuccessful here, but certainly a winnable prospect with this weaponry in hand.
Yeah, Guardian in hand here for PTC. Maybe put pressure on Garage. Gotta say, Kimmy Kittens, though, very active around the map ever since the get-go. We saw a while ago Crazy Guy's longest flank in the world making his way towards A. And right now, the response is so quick from Kimmy Kittens. They're stacking up towards C. You also have Ja here alongside Styron to try and play the site itself. The tripwire will be the signal for Styron to hit that stun. The camera too, keeping an eye out. And there you go, Ja sees contact.
Great round from the fault line. Ja already picking up the 1, and somehow they live on for a little while there. Styron does manage to secure something in the end. But again, it's just that awkward little bit of control. Patman
30 seconds
is very
left.
low. PTC picks up another onto Wayne. 4 versus 3, and now the rotation can come straight into Vera. Maybe he's actually overstepped a little bit, but no.
remaining.
Straight that shot onto Sultan, and you mentioned it again. Sultan yet to get onto the board. A little bit awkward, but Josh should be able to take that. PTC goes down. 4 alive for Kimmy Kittens. This is going to be the crux round, though, as NAOS obviously have a buy in the back pocket.
Yeah, a mercy spray there from Ja. Just didn't want to end the round there as quickly as it could have. But yet again, another round where we see Kimmy Kittens be so active around the map. There's a lack of anti-lurk here from NAOS right now. And perhaps it's because PTC is the one trying to put the impact in the front, being more aggressive. But since Kimmy Kittens is getting either lobby control or long control for free in these rounds, you see players like Crazy Guy, you see players like Vera in that last round just play the pinch perfectly on this defense.
So important, isn't it? You know, taking that space on the attacker side of Haven and the defenders. Got to get aggressive, got to get confident, and there it is. Xavi able to find that opening one onto Vera. So a good position to be in already for NAOS.
This Fury is also available here for Savvy. Can be good for the pressure. Jado pushing now onto Silong, and well, Sultan's awaiting. He wants to get on the board, and there you go. It's a freebie.
Perfect. Great timing from Sultan, not letting it fall apart. And now with the Sewers forward-thinking control, Wayne does seem to have a bit of an inkling. He'll drop the dark cover, give himself a little bit more space, but it's that rotation coming around from Crazy Guy. He's actually having a look straight down mid, and he might walk. He might try to capitalize onto this one here. So a hell of a lot of pressure onto Wayne, but maybe doable with this timing.
Yeah, the timing can work out, but they know that there's only one player on the site. Wayne's gonna have a lot of trouble ahead of him since he hears the noise from A along. Smoke's being set on up, and it's up to the Omen to try and do some damage here.
Yeah, he's going to hear absolutely everything, though, isn't it now? The salvos come out, do slow down a little bit this aggression, but Moja takes that Crazy Guy right in the middle of it and straight into the crosshair. Wayne does manage to get one, but the rest of the team's still there. So 4 alive for now. It's a great response and a good way to get back onto the board. Tied scoreline, and let's see the money for Kimmy Kittens here. I think it's still going to be good enough for another buy.
Oh yeah, they won the eco a while ago, so they are in the money here, in the green, and a big investment with the operator. But then now, as the adjustment in that 4th round, sublime, as we've noticed them. As soon as they get that pick onto the first flank, they don't waste any time actually hustling to a site. They know it's a 3-site map. They know they can split up these defenses. And Kimmy Kittens, you mentioned it a while ago, Crazy Guy was considering the flank, but without anyone else anchoring on A, he had to try and help out Wayne, and that's where NAOS was decisive on that execution.
Can only imagine Wayne's position, hearing so much and just watching his teammates fall around apart him.
The sounds!
Voices are in his head.
But yeah, Op's gonna be dangerous though. Vera holds C-Long, and as soon as they have that one angle, Kimmy Kitten's trying to play middle, but Patman, that's one already.
Yeah, great stuff in a second too. The breach, throwing the arms around, looking to get aggressive early on. And again, you know, Crazy Guy has to rotate in towards Link here. Just going to get a little bit more proactive. Has a look out, but he's spotted at the exact same time. That makes it awkward. And another one for Patman, the man from Zol, looking absolutely fantastic right now. 5 versus 2, almost impossible for Kimmy Kittens to come back here.
Yeah, it's pretty much a save for Kimmy Kittens. They want to keep the operator for a later round. Ja! He gets spotted by the recon dart here. This is going to be really close between Moja and Ja. The swing out, and it's a 1-for-1, but the damage, you mentioned, done already by Patman. Spike even gets planted. That's effectively the round. You'd think that Kimmy Kittens was feeling so secure with that double stack on B, but as soon as Patman just gets the angle isolations one at a time against them, then it's a freebie for NAOS.
It makes it such a big game as well here for Vera, right? Try to hold that one. You know, the rest of the team of NAOS, they probably do want to go hunting. They should have an awareness. And Xavi coming into this corner. If he hard clears this, he might be able to find something, but he's looking the wrong way. And no, Vera, it's a little bit awkward, but they actually might let him go.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Vera very smart, but if he whiffs this shot, as if we're seeing this already in the 5th round, Dax, no, it's okay. He gives himself some space, but the trap wire is very, very close. It's going to be so awkward. I think PTC should just probably leave it, but there's the fault
he's gonna go for it.
and now into the corner. The shot's found. Okay. I mean, look, if Vera does some further damage here, he can hold on. He'll live away. So now it's just, where does he take this operator into the next round, Dax, to try and make something worthwhile?
A little bit too much gusto there, I think, for PTC at the end. And I was wondering, do they even know that's an operator? Until Savvy dies like that, they don't have the full intel that that's an op. And that's why you can see immediately now it's rushing to try and get them, trying to catch him. But perhaps if PTC just stabilized and it was a long peek instead, could have been a pick. But Vera, of course, very, very much so a sure shot. We saw it especially back in Ascension, right? Remember that game versus Revenant on Lotus? Those kind of matches are where Vera really shines. Blades go out. Crazy Guy actually with the operator now.
Swapping it over, giving a little bit more of an opportunity. Does have the light shield. And yeah, Jar already tagged up nice and early on. So the Owl drone heading in, trying to clear up some information. The rotate is there from Jar. He does have the neural theft, but whether or not it's, you know, a willingness to invest, we'll just have to see.
And just Crazy Guy having a sniper in hand. Very nostalgic. Different title, different years. Still the same sharpness. Blades though, held by PTC, and A is wide open now.
Oh, man. That's the reason for the swap over, right? Vera picking up the blades. Crazy Guy now having to rotate around. And, you know, once again, you're sort of sitting here thinking maybe it's just worth saving the operator immediately onto the next round. They will start to rotate around, but the lurk is being held by PTC as well. So with that spike going down, site already secured. They are going to try fight for it, but again, it's going to be so tough.
Yeah, there's just no real entry point here for Kimmykittens. PTC also looking to clear towards that B side, and effectively, if Ja can find any kind of headway here, they're gonna get stuck right now. Stuns come out, and Ja gets one.
Yeah, Salvo's pretty good there to at least get some information. But Moja, oh my god, somehow inside the smoke, in the dark cover, Wayne will get something, but he's tagged out down to 5 points of HP. So Moja and Savvy, they will secure the bag. Fort NAOS 4-2. And yeah, no saved operator there in the round either. That lurk, that flank coming in from PTC just made it too scary for Kimmykittens.
Brother, that fade away one tap was nasty work. Mojer, come on. Mojer.
Hey, we've seen sexy things from the man.
Yeah, that's true. Technically, without the hiatus, because he is effectively the only tenured player on NAOS.
True.
If you look at it, just
this
like
goes here.
Yeah.
Oasis, Batman from Zol, Mojer from NAOS. Joins another team for a while, goes back to NAOS, feels at home. It's just been the case really for effectively their prodigy, their talent, their product of how many years of training within the NAOS brand.
Of course, and it's such a important brand in the scene too, right? It's been very consistently there.
Going out. Drone is down.
Hi, what's up PTC? Crazy Guy gets a spot, but the pressure here. NAOS have been effective towards C. Armageddon the range, and PTC is trying to survive here.
Get out of my way.
Lucky to be alive, but he actually gets aggressive, going straight into the cyber cage, and Vera just baiting him in. Does get the shot though. The salvos make it a little bit easier for him. Now Ja inside the dark cover, but Moja there. 2 points of HP, but Wayne inside the back of the smoke. He will be able to find 2. Will it be a 3rd? It will, and a 4th. Oh, Wayne! My God! The Kingslayer in the night. There you go. That's amazing from Batman himself.
Master Wayne has done it yet again. The greatest detective just sprays through the smoke, and there you have it. He finds 4. NAOS feeling that the pressure was done as soon as they caught Ja, right? But they didn't expect another committed position for Kimmykittens. The double up between the Omen and the Cypher, effective for the spray. And NAOS, usually their play into seat is feel very safe going into backside after taking down the anchor. Now the expectations have been completely turned around. Kimmykittens bringing themselves back on up. Confidence from Vera to an updraft here for A-Long control. Dash in, but Mojer! So many smoke kills so far. No one expected those. Styron coming on out. It's 2 for 2 here.
Oh my God, it's 3 for 5 and 7 and whatever has just happened in front of us right now. 2 on 2 left at this point in time. The aggression. And Crazy Guy's still there as well, walking his way down towards A-Long, about to get into lobby. Rotation there from Ja as well, trying to pick up the pieces. He does have his trap wires down. And now PTC starts to push on through. They will be able to take site control. But again, with that cyber cage, with that trap wire down towards Long, it may make it tricky for them.
This game so far, smokes are just a suggestion. There is no safety behind them, but the spike planted and the flank hit again. Crazy Guy, though, might run into the tripwire, something that PTC has been looking for the whole time here. And now they get the notice. A 1-on-2 effectively here by the rear C-Long. There is also Ja pushing out onto the site here.
Really well done with that spike M2, getting the information. Now the guided salvos trying to flush them out of the corner here. PTC does get stunned up. Now Crazy Guy knows exactly where Patman is, and it will be the stealth drone to get the information, but still holding, trying to find it for as long as possible, but he thinks the shot connects, and in the end, it will be Kimmykittens picking up another round. How big does it turn around? Wayne finds 4 with that Dragon Vandal, gives the team the boost of confidence, and they just secure it with 3 seconds left on that detonation as well. Spike defused, and 4 tied up the scoreline with Kimmy Kittens.
Yeah, great showcase of discipline there in the end. Crazy guy, after he gets his one, just controls the pace of that fight, waits for Ja to peek on out from Zilong, and the rest was Kimmy Kittens to take. So we were concerned perhaps maybe a few issues for Crazy Guy at the start of this game, playing an agent. We haven't seen him run in the VCT scene. So far, so good, and especially how effective he played the salvo into the drone, right? Suppressing, keeping everyone stunned up, putting the dab everywhere that NAOS was trying to stay on. Those are the tools you want on your Teho.
Again, is always the thing of, adopting a new agent when they come in, right? It's an agent that isn't overly busted or super strong that needs a buff or a nerf or anything like that, but the kit, the utility, it can just flood you into such an awkward position, right? So the aggression again, coming out, having Vera just looking down towards sewers again, and actually the rotation coming around from Wayne and Styron there.
Cage triggered.
Well, if your Pacific champions will run Teho all 5 maps on freeing for the RX, then might as well run it too here if you're VCTC. But PTC, pressure again towards Garage, loves to play this angle, and now, given now that he leaves that tripwire right towards C-Long, he's watching out for B, trying to see if Kimmy Kittens will go that way. Pressure again onto Vera here towards A-Long, as Patman, alongside Mojer, will look to make the execute happen this way.
Does have the Rolling Thunder as well, so it's going to be so awkward here. Right onto that line. They do look to potentially play that high-low, but that's a footstep actually spotted there. Vera has seen the big toad pushing on in now, gets the shots out, utilizing that tailwind, but gets caught. And unfortunately for him, Mojer will be able to get that pick. Now onto Crazy Guy. Does get the salvos down, has a special delivery in hand if he wants to use it, but they are going to allow the team in towards the site and hold off for now. And look at this aggression though from Mojer.
Mojer playing onto the corner, excited to see what Sultan's planning to with it from the shadows. He decides to play that help position, but even flank can be really much so caught here by the likes of PTC, right? There is cover. Jado spotted. PTC is watching the rear, and we hear the Rolling Thunder into play.
There you go. All the utility coming in towards the site now. It's going to just be onto Savvy 1. And is he able to hold onto the line? No. Couple of shots there. If that flank didn't come in the end from Ja, maybe there was a world where it happens, but it is going to be that defusal. 2 alive, a little bit of a dance with the hatless man. And another round from Kimmy Kittens. They take the lead here, Dax, 5-4.
I mean, we had to tip our hat to Ja there in the end, right? It's just Kimmy Kittens clutching up when they need to the most. Exactly right, Conky. That flank was instrumental to the success of the defense. If that didn't happen, everyone can still keep an eye out towards the Rolling Thunder. They're feeling very safe to hold off the ending of the Hunter's Fury. But with that win on the Cypher matchup, they suddenly now had to look back for a little bit. Just that double take into them, getting stunned onto the side. The clear was from Kimmy Kittens was so sound and so secure. But them again, getting flank value has given them effectively, I believe, the lead by this point.
Yeah, definitely. Such a nice run here, as we will have likely what is a tactical pause on one of the sides. The HUD obviously being refreshed. That shouldn't be too far away. But yeah, this has been a great game so far, Dax. We talked very much about how important it was for Kimmy Kittens to get a little bit of a rev early on, right? If NAOS was able to snowball this one nice and early, starting on their very, very favored attacker's side, it was going to be big, big question marks. But, risk takers, Crazy Guy, that flank down C, and Vera, the exact same thing, getting some of that control. So there we go. NAOS timeout. It does make sense. They've got to get talking. They've got to understand what's happening because with the success of these last few rounds from Kimmy Kittens, if it does get too far ahead of them, it will be very, very tough for NAOS to kind of steer the ship throughout this series.
And we get confirmation, right, of the scoreline. 5-4 between Kimmy Kittens as well as NAOS. This is exactly what Kimmy Kittens wants to have right now in this case, because we've seen NAOS just get these dominant first half leads thanks to the attacking side. Our overlay, though, a little bit mixed up. It is Kimmy Kittens on the defense. It's NAOS on the attacking side. But Wayne right now finding value perhaps with the judge. There's the 1.
2. Could it be a 3rd? Potentially. This is the round where you don't really want to be losing it out, Again, just going in with not a hell of a lot. And it's just onto Patman now to try and clutch this one out. He's already done a hell of a lot of work here, but Ja holding that line with the Outlaw. And this is the thing, how quickly it can turn around, right? They take the pause and they try something different, and immediately Kimmy Kittens just punish down, and they find another round here, Dax.
Yeah, the timeout took longer than the round, effectively, and Wayne has had massive moments throughout this game. Multi-kills in the first half, 12 on the board. And so far, Kimmy Kittens is just effective with these kind of holds. They see where NAOS is trying to put the pressure on. They call the rush down well, and as soon as that happens,
This
right?
goes
Yes,
here.
now it's on the lesser buy, but Kimmy Kittens are able to maximize value of their committed positions from the get-go.
Indeed. Salvo's keeping them at bay. A little bit of aggression now in towards Sewers, but Sultan punishes Wayne. He's been such an impactful member here from Kimmy Kittens. It does get traded out by Styron in the end. And they'll let Vera also head back towards the site too. So happy with their early investment and keeping NAOS at bay.
Yeah, no headway at all for NAOS. They're forced to use the Owl drone just to clear A long. And now, you also still see PTC
Drone is down.
alongside Mosier playing into grass. The drone gets some vital intel that there is presence towards window 2. So now it's now marked heavily by Kimmy Kittens. The anchored spots so well placed. Ja especially outlaw on hand. PTC swings on in and Josh is ready for anything that NAOS is throwing at him.
Couple of missed shots though, so that does give some respite to
Standing
the
ahead.
side of NAOS.
Shot done.
Making their way through now. 3 members here. Guided salvos into garage and making it a little bit awkward here. A bit uncomfortable. PTC already all the way up, and it's a 1 and a 2. Not quite the 3rd. Jar gets the shot, but Moja immediately trading back. And now it's going to be all onto Vera
Spike
here.
planted.
On the big flank. Has the space, but only with an outlaw. Is going to have to heavily rely on hitting these body shots.
Vera.
Slow creep up now. They do invest their way in towards Spawn. They know exactly where he is. They've got the opportunity. So again, there might be a weapon potentially recoverable here from Vera, but they don't need to overinvest. They don't need to overstep. NAOS can just hang out, play Nintendo, see what the go is. So getting towards Spawn.
shot.
Great shot. Has to turn on a dime though. Pressure's on. Slow tap on, but that utility, I think it's just going to be a little bit too much here, Dax. Got to stick on to potentially find half. Zavi clears the line. They get off it, but it's not enough. The damage is there, but I
half?
don't think there's the time.
There's no time.
Oh, no bullets anyway.
Nice try. You could see the effort there from Vera.
Last
Also, the gun
round
swap
in the
there,
half.
giving him a fighting chance. But you've mentioned it. The utility from NAOS was just overwhelming in the hand. The stun into the recon dart. No real way to move around and try to fake out the defuse once you get tagged effectively by the recon dart itself. And that round, NAOS, it looked a little dangerous. But as soon as they got a bit of that headway from Garage, it's PTC moving into the site, getting 2, and you always have to respect
goes
PTC
here.
in that power position. If he gets that garage control, it's now
Here.
swinging in from into a 2-prong attack onto the site, and it allows them extra angles and extra avenues of the offense there.
Trying to get that early info. Looking all the way down long. Nothing there, though, at present. Slow creep in now from Sultan. Just trying to keep an eye on everything again. It's very much been about this pivot near garage, right? You know, taking that forward control. They're happy to break the trap very, very quick. But for now, they're just going to leave Moja in there and chill for a little bit extra.
And you can see again, crazy guy. There's a willingness to invest in this game just to clear out the closer angles here towards A. Make sure no one's lurking. Aldro also responds. But as Vera peeks in, the Outlaw has had a lot of use in this game. A lot of 140 shots. Mojer now critical. Just might be a Sparrow sent into the site to die. But here comes the swing out now.
Another one. And it is going to be the Rolling Thunder as well. Jar does get caught in a very, very awkward spot, but PTC taken very low. And that's the thing, they invest the Rolling Thunder, but the rotation already here. 3 members, and they haven't even left the A site either yet. Kimmy Kittens, right? Crazy Guy's still holding Link. Wayne still keeping an eye towards Sewers. And now the Annihilation heads on towards the site, keeping them out of it
30
again.
seconds left.
Space at least here for the likes of Kimmy Kittens to work with. NAOS running out of time. Crazy Guy again. The stun comes on up. Savvy finds Vera. Maybe a chance here.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
Crazy Guy! Absolutely beautiful. The blind spray through the dark cover. And the holds down the trigger finger,
Switching
the
sides.
Phantom making it all work. Kimmy Kittens, a pretty happy result there. 7-5 in the half. And we're back, and it's been a crazy result here so far for Kimmy Kittens. Very much outpacing the side of NAOS on their defender's side. And it's all looking good for them, but can they keep it up as we switch to the half?
Yeah, they've put in the homework, obviously, from that defense. As we said, now them taking the initiative, putting that pressure towards B, and quickly as a fast execute as Vera already swings into A-Link too.
Yeah, again, using those salvos to try and take the additional space before the spike goes down. Styron will get tagged up by the Aftershock, but at the very least, he's able to live on. The Paranoia gives him additional space as well. So So Patman, a little awkward, trying to get into position. Vera are very, very close. PTC does get the trade. So Simmons back into this 4-on-4, but Sultan gets overlooked for a minute before Wayne does take him. PTC, another Crazy Guy gets the trade out, but already onto that defusal. Savvy just sticking, but Crazy Guy does find him right at the very end. Now PTC having to find something, gets the third, but Crazy Guy through the dark cover. The man, he's just put the shades down, doesn't even need to see, and he takes out the round. An 8th for Kimmy Kittens.
Brother's just a cool emoji by this point. He just kept it so calm and collected. Anybody else would just start panicking that if they feel that someone's just sticking the defuse. He got so close, but not a player like Craig. He holds the angles, gives NAOS that little bit of respite, makes them think, okay, it's safe, okay, we're gonna get away with it, but winks it at the last moment. 3K, and he's off to the races. Whatever he did in that first half, it's continuing on here in the second.
Gonna have to re-alias him from Crazy Guy to Relaxed Guy.
Chill guy.
Cool, calm, and collected.
Chill guy.
Yeah, chill guy.
Look at the time it's going.
Damn, bro, wait, I'm in my 30s, man. Come on. I can't keep up with these TikTok zoomers.
But hey, memes aside, Kimmy Kittens, they got the pistol, now they're moving into garage, and it's Crossfire ahead of them.
Great shot there from Styron. He'll find a little bit of extra space. Sultan taken down by Vera. So they're dotting their I's, crossing their T's, making sure it all works in. Big rotation to come on in, but again, it's going to be a toughie. They're aware of it.
Yeah. The flank overwhelm, the anti-lurk, but with his firepower, I don't think anyone can stand up to Styron. It's easy pickings, as you've said, a 3K here. And Kimmy Kitten's building up their initiator ultimates here. Just a multi-kill a while ago for Crazy Guy. Getting closer to the Rolling Thunder as well. Savvy at 10 HP. And coming into the bonus, it's really that setup play. But keep an eye out on Vera too. Look at what gun he's holding on to right now here, Conky. I believe that's an outlaw. Ever since he picked up a Marshall in round number 2, he's been doing these kind of shots that don't get the kills, but do immense damage. I wouldn't be surprised to see him have multiple assists in the scoreboard here, as we get confirmation 9-5 Kimmy Kittens.
And that's Styron, a big pickup round 2. You know, just the eco, but he was only sitting 6 and 11, 4 kills, brings him up to the rest of the team. And how crazy is it? You know, it's never that thing where, you know, one player turns the tides, right? But for someone with so much impact like Sultan, who we've been talking about, Dax, he's gone AWOL.
He's bringing the assists, but you need to bring more than that against Kimmy Kittens. You mentioned in the pre-show a while ago, sometimes for Kimmy Kittens, that there's someone struggling in the team. But the kills have been relatively even, from 13 to all the way down to 10. The average is pretty even. It's looking good, and coming into the bonus, so much confidence for Kimmy Kittens to still put the pressure on.
Not slowing down at all, Kimmy Kittens. Baring their fangs, claws out. And once again, they just slot into position. Sultan, this time up high, watching down towards sewers, but this position, down towards long, certainly not one you want to overlook with Moja.
There's a high-low setup from NAOS. It's going to be tough for Wayne to peek into this one. And Kimmy Kittens is just looking for that contact. Anyone pushing perhaps into A-Long, they're very keen also to keep an eye out on the flank. But eventually, with the smoke coming on out, a bit of space for Vera to work with. The peek here, Wayne now knows that one's up top.
It's enough info, and that actually forces Sultan to drop on down, right? Vera is going to start to force on in. Tailwind popped, ready to engage. And as that does fade out, it is going to be straight on towards the top of the site, but Sultan makes quick work of him. Patman already here on the rotate as well. Zavy gets it done. The Crazy Guy gets one. All left on him solo. And an absolute wipe out there in favor of NAOS. Zavy finds his 3. 1 HP for Patman as well, but it's enough. And that's a great resurgence there from NAOS before it gets a little bit too late in this half.
Yeah, the effective anchor there from NAOS, they just held everything they could towards short. And that smoke out from Sultan forced Kimmy Kittens to just call for a different kind of entry for Vera. You think without that smoke, right, the Outlaw might find an angle or two to work with, peer the graffiti, peer into heaven. But no, since the smoke was there, had to bring out the shorty. Paranoia play. The effort was there from Kimmy Kittens, but against that range, against that hold, it's just too tough to handle. Now Kimmy Kittens have the guns to work with, but Vera, he's hurting at the start of the round here.
Cruising on in. Once again, happy to just contact their way down long. Nothing spotted. Rotation to come out from Savvy here as well. So it looks like it should be very well the site secured. And the El Clasico 5-on-5 on the retake. Unless something's found from heaven here.
Also, another expedition to try and play at the window. We saw in that pistol 3 on the flank. Now this might be 2. Hunter's Fury though, beautiful tag from Savvy 8K. Does he find a decisive blow? No, a second tag to do some damage at least, but into the post plant he'll go.
It was enough to force them off that spike plant for a second too, right? Now Jar has to go digging, looking down towards sewers. 2 on the rotate, Moja able to find him quick, but now again, all members on the side here. Moja going to start to make his way through with the cloud burst. The salvo's ready for Crazy Guy, but it is going to be that rolling thunder. Does miss Crazy Guy. Vera straight into the crosshairs of Sultan here. Styron does manage to pick up another. Wayne gets one, but Moja already there is on this flank. Styron, low HP, getting the job done, but Crazy Guy still in the sewer, and he is looking dirty here. Salvo's onto the side. The double up. Should it do enough? It will. Absolutely. The double down of the Molotovs. Crazy Guy makes it work. And he secures the clutch again for his team in the 1v2. Kimmy Kittens hit double digits.
Yeah, man just drew a 21 basically. And Kimmy Kittens even gonna go for a timeout after that one. They do need to talk it out though. The post plant is looking a bit dangerous as NAOS. They're finding some great timings on the flank thanks to their utility. We saw it a while ago, Hunter's Fury, as you said, delaying that initial plant, but Kimmy Kittens able to clutch up in the end. Crazy Guy has been not just buying them rounds, he's been stealing them. It's been an absolute discount deal courtesy of Crazy Guy, especially on this Tejo. You have to respect the double salvo. It's even worse compared to just trying to tank a Nano Swarm. It's even worse than trying to tank a Snake Bite. 2 of those missiles blasting on your feet. There is just no escape at that point.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I've spent the last couple of weeks learning against Tejos. Haven't picked him up personally myself, and it's just showing how much space that the agent can take, right, and lock down these positions. It's not a heavy damage agent or anything like that that feels super busted, but the amount that it can do by putting the enemies where you need them, the rest of your team, or even for solo in the clutch like we saw just then, doubling it down. Super big brain there from Crazy Guy, and you can see exactly why Tejo is getting picked up so regularly around the globe.
And this is why Crazy Guy being this roster was extremely hyped up. Just the intellect on this player, the calls that he can make, and the utility usage right now on an agent seen him play in VCTC. Well, it has been effective so far. Big showings here, and a timeout there just to rebuild that discipline. A few bailout plays for Kimmy Kittens. The scoreline says it all. And NAOS now on an eco, struggling on their map pick to just find the space that they expected to play with.
Oh no. Sorry, Sultan. You don't get to play this round.
Yeah.
You have to sit out and have a little bit of a watch.
That's just tough. When that happens to you, it's just like, what did I even do wrong? How could this happen to me by Simple Plan? But the double up on the garage, yeah, it's close engage from NAOS. This is Kimmy Kittens getting the red carpet in front of them.
I want to fight this, but they're still just trapped behind that cyber cage, and the damage is already done too. Looking to push out towards the smoke. Savvy walking out of the dark cover. Vera very much ready for that. So once again, it's one of those rounds where, you know, just the Sheriffs, not a hell of a lot to go into this round with for NAOS. But it looks like Kimmy Kittens played relatively clean here. I think they actually might find a way with 5 alive. You know, you've got the Annihilation, you've got the From the Shadows available for Wayne and Crazy Guy. So they're certainly stacking up those ultimates and only 2 rounds away from picking up the map pick of NAOS. That's a big statement for Kimmy Kittens if they get it.
I wonder if there's an official stat in Battleground. Kills through the smoke. Because so far, the instinct from Kimmy Kittens has just been unreal. Even, we saw it there from Vera, right? As soon as he gets the one peeking out from the smoke, he sprays the entryway of the smoke itself towards Sea Lake. Make sure that there's no one else there. And those have been just the most effective ways to clear for Kimmy Kittens, because it's a twofold thing. We mentioned during Agent Select that for Kimmy Kittens, now that they have Tejo and Breach together, utility for the initial corners. But how about the positions where NAOS is forced to play into, right? How about the more open angles that they're going to look to go for the spray past the smoke? And the response from Sultan has been clear. He tries to smoke out these angles to make the fights a bit closer than usual, but Kimmy Kittens just knows exactly where to play, where to mark their targets, and it's been kills through the smoke and kills in their favor to give them an 11-6 standing right now.
Exactly right. You know, just the level of confidence they've got. They really know how they're locking down the map and how they're taking that momentum that they've built up early on. You know, NAOS very much did get out of the gates early with that 3-1 lead, but ever since then, it's just been Kimmy Kittens all the way. And it's been very, very entertaining. So Amix given the last little bits of conversation before the rest of the map potentially wraps itself up. But yeah, it's an effort by committee so far for the side of Kimmy Kittens. And have they got it to take it now, or will we see that AWP from Moja come out strong?
Yeah, he's a glass cannon though, no armor at all. And do or die for NAOS. They lose this one. They're stuck on the thrifty buy yet again. Mojer, though, shut down.
Oh, no.
And Vera doesn't need the op by this point. Man's calculating. Kimmy Kittens have put in the accounting work here, Conky. And they know exactly, if they bring an op out, that's no armor at all. An easy shot from Vera to begin with.
Exactly. I don't even think Vera's picked up an op, has he? He's just literally been outlaw the entire time.
The one
and
time.
It is working out.
Yeah. The one time they did so, it didn't really pan out well because of the beat take.
Let's go back to the outlaw. It's cheaper.
Yeah, it's better. And Savvy looking better, but Vera have the blades. And now A again wide open into a 2v2 we go here.
Yeah, they're going to really put down the feet, aren't they? And there is the trap wire to cut the rotate too, so they have to break it in. They have to get in towards position. There's not going to be the double up of the info, but with that neural theft going out, they should be able to get the scan and get the info nice and early. Ja pushing in towards the spawn, finding the frag. And now, as he's taken down, the neural theft does give the information away, but Sultan, who has had such a rough game, all solo, Ja coming up in towards heaven. I do like that dark cover, but he peaks a little bit just too early, and in the end, it is going to be map point here for Kimmy Kittens.
Yeah, pick your poison there. Kimmy Kittens' immediate reactions. They hear the neural theft coming, and they realize it has to be a flank, right? There's no way that they can play a different angle based on how all these kills happen into A alone. And as soon as that happens, it's a confidence call from Kimmy Kittens. They feel that, okay, it's so safe to play into Link immediately, to take heaven, to play that high-low in a 2v1. Nowhere else NAOS can play, and it's Kimmy Kittens putting a stranglehold on a map pick that NAOS was fated to try and win it.
Crazy sort of opening result, right? You know, we talked about it, how we were pretty much sold on the fact that it should be a NAOS opening, but Kimmy Kittens have certainly made it surprising now, and as it all happens here, Sultan pushing in, does manage to get one alongside Patman, but the annihilation goes out. Wayne holding true, finding two, Rolling Thunder will take him, but he does manage to just pop the From the Shadows to get the hell out of there. A reposition of info. Crazy Guy does get the scan down, information gathered, and now pushing forward, Patman taken down. It's done by the shorty, and now as that site should be secured, it is all left onto just one man. And it's the man without the hat, the Cypher, rotating around to see what he can do.
PTC all alone here in a 1v3, and the Kimmy Kittens just handle everything NAOS can throw at them. Spike's not planted. PTC tries to play into Link, but look at the setup immediately by the Kimmy Kittens, right? Wayne is ready to play in front. You have Ja as well, watching his rear. Flank being covered by Crazy Guy too. Peek out from PTC. Ja's the one in front of him.
Oh, and the dark cover, the orb makes it a little bit too hard to see through, and that is a fantastic opening map win there for Kimmy Kittens, and you can see them all laughing, smiling.
Every kind of random stuff Go Kimmy Kittens can do, and it might be even worse for NAOS once they see that spike planted. Luckily for NAOS though, Kimmy Kittens effectively on the defense, but is that lucky? When you're walking into a vice there, Conky, we're going to find out as we get into game number 2.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Komodo would be frothing at the mouth if he saw the vice pick coming out because it is so strong, right? It is such a lean in, you know, can be quite a technical agent to play, but the shears to cut off the sight control, the razor vines again to slow down, Styron also there this time picking up the Teho. So again, Kimmy Kitten's just very, very versatile on their roll flex, and I'm so keen to see how this one goes. But NAOS might be their time to turn the tides.
Yeah, and NAOS did shy away this time from the double duelist. Sorry, I was geeking out to a la Komodo there for Kimmy Kittens. But Savvy on the Teho, you see Sultan on the Astra. And this has been very popular, especially in Pearl, right? We've seen this in the global stage. Yoru, Astra together. The stars effective across the map. The wall too. You go for the post plant. Mojer can just get in and get out there really safely. And speaking of, now they have this link control and they're going to walk into the vice setup.
Yeah, definitely so. Just waiting for it. Nobody's going to be blowing up that fake out. Wayne happy to leave it. Razorvine to slow the pace. And already rotating around, Savvy actually does get a little bit of information. And now as they move down the link, Guida Salva is going to try and flood out the site and take that control. Sultan drops Vera. They will be slowed down again just for a second inside the link. But look at this aggression now. Styron and Crazy Guy have to force their way forward. And they're going to be able to pick up the frags. Once again, though, Styron, 1 HP. Traded out. And now this 2-on-2 in the rotate. They are going to look to fight it, though, very, very early here. Dax, Wayne gets it. And now Moja has to try and pick up that spike and boogie out immediately.
The two-man peaks from Kimmy Kittens are so committed, but so effective.
30 seconds
they play
left.
underneath the heaven position just so they don't get peeked by B-Long immediately. And they still get, what, a 2-for-3 trade at the end. Now then, Mojer doesn't get spot by the flash, but here comes Kimmy Kittens.
Oh, the Arcros gives the info, and that's all they really need. Wayne can get the trade straight away. And that is going to be Kimmy Kittens opening up nicely. Don't even need the shear. It's all okay. And that is a very, very happy opening to this map here, Dax. A pistol round for Kimmy Kittens. And again, they continue this snowball from what we saw in Haven.
Yeah, indirect info though, because that vending machine, by default, it does block the initial sightlines. But since it's not the gong sound, it means, okay, he might be closer to us. And you can see immediately Kimmy Kittens, the swing again. Just in that round though, the two-man armies we see from Kimmy Kittens, when they just peek at us two, they just stand steady. They know it's an even fight with the pistols. They're just happy to try and bring down as many as they can alongside them. And with it, the numbers advantage goes into Kimmy Kittens' favor.
Beautiful stuff. So just the pistols here, not really much of an investment. PTC does pick up the Sheriff. And now just trying to gather some early information as best as possible. Pretty happy with this one. Razorvine's going to buy some additional time. The 3 members already here. Again, the aggression in from Wayne, trying to take control of main. And a rotate up. So Vera also getting a very deep line. So Kimmy Kittens have so much control around the map already.
Yeah, but Kimmy Kittens have given up art yet again in the second round. Might be something NAOS will look to exploit moving into their buy. Still pressures on from Blink. Double up still strong here for Kimmy Kittens. And keep an eye out on Job. That dugout position is problematic since the start will come on out. Takeouts into play, and here comes NAOS now.
Oh, the burn up as well. That's that double down, as you mentioned, right, of the volley and the Razorvine. Makes it so awkward. Fake out not popped either. So 40 seconds, still 5 alive. They're going to cruise back around to the connector and see if they can walk their way down Link to see
Revealing area.
Maybe find a spike plant, but Crazy Guy might actually be in for a little bit of a rude awakening here. 30 seconds, does get the catch on the jump spot, and now Vera a long way from home, and he's actually opting for the shock bolt, so he's just trying to hold them in. Does get 1, 2. Will it be a third? Not quite. So Patman gets the trade out. Spectre can be picked up, but they're not going to be able to find that spike plant just yet. They will get it down now.
There you have it. Kimmy Kittens ended on a high note, 2-0. And effectively a repeat of what we saw in that second round. Now as an attempt to play into Link and try to push into A. They set up the stars towards dugout. They try to control Ja as much as possible. But you've said it, the utility from Kimmy Kittens will stop them dead in their tracks. Razorvine plus the Molly. Apparently Fire and Vines do not burn one another. They can still stay together. And immediately, Kimmy Kitten's gonna go for the timeout. It's the second time they've seen that transition into B site, and they might be looking to go for their bonus here, just because they're gonna put more forces into that Link position to begin with.
Definitely so. I mean, I do like the time to take that pause. You know, they did let a little bit of space, maybe too far open, as you mentioned, and they want to isolate all of that. Alex are getting on the board with them early. They're not upset to take a pause after a round win. And as you mentioned, yeah, just really lining up for that bonus, getting ready to try and crack out as hard as they can. Because yeah, as I said, if they close this one out very, very strong, I mean, it's going to leave a hell of a lot guessing for the playoffs that are coming up only just around the corner.
And I'm just wondering how NAOS is going to take these next rounds. Honestly, the biggest consideration would be that mid control that they have had so far. They have free access to art, they have free access to double door, but it's still a little bit different from what NAOS is accustomed to since they only have Mojer on the duelist. And not only that, he's on a Yoru, so it's not the most direct speed that NAOS employs on a map like this. They don't have that jet to suddenly just burst in wherever they want to. So that slow play might be something NAOS is very keen on looking at. They go for the push towards ramp, especially towards B. Crazy Guy gets a big scan too, and immediately Kimmy Kittens know what's going on towards the side of the map here.
Oh, a little bit of damage. Just a slight tap up. And again, you know, playing off the side here, Kimmy Kittens not needing to sort of over-invest at this point in time. A little bit of information gathering over towards mid and through art. Spike still dropped. Minute 10 left on the clock. Looks like there's a little bit of a lean towards the A side here.
Locating targets.
The Razorvines even set closer towards art just to be an early signal. Kimmy Kittens, effectively a good call to stack up towards A right now. They pop the first vines. Mojer to find a way into it. effectively, right? Quick blow, Prowler, clear out these corners, and here comes NAOS now. It's looking for
Vera. Couple of shots missed, but somehow still able to live on. Again, you know, the shear is still there. They've still got some sky smokes that they can use. Patman will be able to find Vera. Again, so low. The Arcro's available now as that shear will go down. Savvy gets another frag back. They are tagged a little bit low, and that could be, again, the salvos to try and buy some additional time. But Moja and Sultan, they push through. They're not going to feel this pressure at all, and Crazy Guy just has to, unfortunately, waltz into his demise over time. Great fundamentals there from NAOS to find their way slowly into the side.
Yeah, slow play from NAOS leading to the flawless. They get that link control, and sure, time was being a pressure point for them. But the Kimmy Kittens, they were getting caught. Just something like Moja can peek an angle like this. Patman as an example. And as soon as that happens, they have so much control towards Link. They're safe to swing together through the shear. No one's going to be spraying them down because NAOS is marking that angle. Bit by bit, they could get control of A. And the pressure from Kimmy Kittens, the salvo from Styron, honestly, a little too late to the party in that situation, giving NAOS their first round of the board.
So again, a prod, trying to find that extra info. Kimmy Kittens investing that deep position, and as the Haunt does get the info, Moja actually dropping Crazy Guys. So a little bit of an unfortunate prospect there. Now Moja trying to push all the way to the pillar, and in the end, Vera's actually going to try and take point here. If he can get the frag, if he can get that early pick, but I think Moja's position is actually so powerful with Sultan on the swing. And Kimmy Kittens have kind of just given up the bag a little bit here. Hey, kills on a silver platter gifted to NAOS.
Yeah, just so too eager for Vera and Crazy Guy, and now swinging perfectly in these positions. And you can see immediately that what they did in that last round, it can be employed here. Just effectively bait out one player to be the front. Just swing out from the longer angle with the others. Might be tough though still for NAOS. They have to walk into Jaws Labyrinth at this point. They send the fake out towards B too. They're making a lot of noise, and Moja selling the fake well. He could be a Carl salesman after he's done after that one. Just now the A side is wide open here for NAOS.
Absolutely. Only positive is the fact that there's still some of this utility down here. Razorvine's available. Sheer does get the catch. Arcrose to get some info, but destroyed as well. So they can actually try to look to get in towards this site now. Sheer will drop. And it looks like it could just very well potentially be a full save for Kimmy Kittens.
Spike planted.
Yeah, Kimmy Kittens will give that one up. They just have no space to work with there on A. The post plant from NAOS is also very effective, right? You have Sultan, you have Savvy on the Tejo, you add in, of course, the fade from Patman. And I think that fade is going to be pivotal here for NAOS in getting a lot of side control back. That Haunt, especially in good angles, will find so many angles here. Kimmy Kittens only have the Brimstone, which means NAOS are the ones with the regenerating smokes. They're the ones who can control these sightlines effectively. And once that happens, any kind of intel from NAOS is just amplified to 100% more because there's a lack of that utility from Kimmy Kittens.
In another slow position. It's really that economy boost now for NAOS, right? You know, just one foot in front of the other, building up as much as they can, giving themselves that buffer to continue to fight on this attacker's side. It's all looking pretty good for them so far here into Pearl. And I suppose, you know, if we expect to see it, a potential pickup of each other's map picks would not be surprising in the world of Valorant.
Yeah, go for game number 3. Go for overtime. We want to see the best of them anyway, and
that's it, we do.
Let's not forget, this is the battle for the first seed of Group A. Yes, it defines who will be joining NAOS and Kimmy Kittens in the playoffs. It might be RRQ Academy, it might be Full Sense based on these results. But either way, you want to be that top seed. You want to be the top spot of the group. And now the top of Moja's scene, haircut freebie, courtesy of Vera. Man brought a shaver to the fight.
He absolutely did. Bald-headed now, Moja. Unfortunately, you'd think Yoru,
unlucky,
you know, usually looking slick with it.
He has the comb. That's his knife, right?
Yeah,
what
it is.
Do you comb now? The scalp? That sounds painful.
It does. Walking on in now, trying to hold that line. They're not going to bait the shear out just yet. Will they go in together, or will they just try and peek it through? I think they're pretty happy to walk over it all together. Yes, bursting on in, but Wayne actually does manage to deny with one, and Jar, it's him with the utility. Does actually force PTC over towards the art side, but instead he's going to walk his way forward, get the cyber cage down, and he is able to find the shot, but Unfortunately, the Spike is not in the most favored position, and now he has to try and play the time of the Owl Drone. Walking forward, does he get the information? No, hasn't spotted him. Or unless they did, maybe, just maybe, right at the end of that Owl Drone, they find him. But Styron to pick up anyway. So Kimmy Kittens, they walk away with the round, but they definitely did get weakened up by Ja in the end.
Yeah, who needs a drone info if he's right in front of your face? Just shoot him. And that's Kimmy Kitten's final answer. But this is the difference here, Kalki. When NAOS don't have that particle link control, right? That's a perfect angle for Wayne to play with. If he wasn't there, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ja just get overrun by the numbers of NAOS synchronized push. But since they had to peek the Brimstone, that gives time for Ja not only to swing out, but pop the arc rose. The flash comes in, he just separates the two members pushing in from NAOS, and the rest was history for Kimmy Kittens to keep this lead.
Doing the right things, not letting NAOS's little resurgence there force them away. Now Styron in position, trying to page over the top. Prowler doesn't actually go through towards the link here, and immediately getting out. Moja happy with that opening pick onto Vera. Does gate crash away. And no information will be spotted out by that security drone, unfortunately.
It's a fast response from NAOS as soon as they realize they lost that last round due to the lack of presence here by Arts. They're gonna go for full control in this angle. Moja though, 10 HP, but a different dimension to work with, looking to spot out Ja as quickly as he can here.
He wants to get out. He wants to throw that blindside in, but instead he's gonna gate crash away. With that spike now looking to get planted, they do it in a bit of an awkward line, but it's going to be Wayne to strike whilst the iron is hot through the Razor Vine, getting two, not getting baited out by that fake out either, and Crazy Guy doubling up with the Hunter's Fury. It's all left onto Zavi here from the link, now trying to get some information out, the special delivery through, but it's a great Molotov, and in the end, Ja to close the round. Kimmy's Kittens, 3 alive, 4 rounds secured, and a little bit of space, a little bit of breathing room here now for the mixed side.
Yeah, you thought about breathing room, but honestly, Wayne there sending out the smokes, giving Ja not the best air to breathe in, but the best air to work with. He's able to hide himself into the corner by dugout. He doesn't get spotted by Moja because of that, so no sudden play from the Yoru, no secret control at all for NAOS, and it just repeats again. Wayne has been so effective at assisting Ja and holding down this A side, and you can see the results.
The agent composition, right? It's just so strong. The way they're able to lock down so many of these positions with the double combination of the Brimstone utility as well as the Vice. It's just, yeah, really powerful right now. And I feel like that extra little bit of flexibility and diversity in the agent selections from Kimmy Kittens is giving themselves that boost forward, right? You know, we do see NAOS obviously picking up the Tejo here. But again, you know, they seem to just be slightly behind the curve. And when they were able to pick up the early frags onto Vera, sure, it was working for NAOS. But now that Vera's got the opening back onto Moja 1 round and a little bit more position and control, they're locking down this A side super well. And Kimmy Kittens are looking very nice.
I think really, Kimmy Kittens, they have so little room for error with the utility that they have. Some of their utility one and dones in effect, right? For Ja, he has to hit a good arc rose if he wants to be able to swing out of his own utility, and it's been working. Wayne, now 6 kills, orbital strike available. His scoreboard doesn't say it all. I feel like he should have more assists than that, honestly.
Yeah.
He's been having an incredible series here, Comfy, and having a Brimstone this confident, well, that's extra pressure here courtesy of Kimmy Kittens.
Absolutely. Omen on Haven, super strong, and now as well, they will have the Shear blocked and broken and baited out as well by that Yoru. So they walk away, go for this rotate, happy to clear on out. But look at this forward positioning here from Vera, already holding that line straight into mid.
It's been the weak point here for Kimmy Kittens. They've lacked this mid presence for quite a while, and Vera bringing out the operator to look to find a pick early on. But NAOS avoids the double doors for now. They look to play into Art with this 1-3-1 split. PTC looking for a pick from anyone pushing out, but this doesn't happen. Savvy instead gets the intel. And NAOS again looking to put that pressure on, but here we have it. Vera now ready for contact. Patman gets him.
Spotting out the gun barrel there, right? Patman able to rip the head off of Vera through the door, and now we have to see a little bit of extra proactivity from Crazy Guy here. Rotation around from Styron. The Annihilation is in hand. Orbital strike there too. Now going to use Cosmic Divide, though. And now's the Annihilations. The double up actually heading down. Xavi takes down Crazy Guy. I've never seen that before. Moja also falling. Now it's 4-on-3. The rotation is there. The utility being utilized. The Nightfall goes in. And information gathered onto Styro, but the Orbital Strike to buy some additional time. Now Ja is there, and it is going to be a little bit awkward as the Seize goes on in. The Spy Cam can be destroyed. Now the Molotov to go on. Incendiary down. 12 seconds. Styron holding. 2-on-2 here as Patman tries to fight it, but Ja, will he be the hero? Inside of this is the Cyber Cage destroyed. 3, 2. Does he have enough time? I think he just does. Ja can hold, and yes, the round will be secured by Kimmy Kittens, and oh my god, it's the battle of the Sentinels, and Ja continues to be the hero.
Just knew exactly where to shoot, knew where that default plant would be. Just playing it to save. You saw him set up his crosshairs as soon as the smoke dissipated. He fired the shot and finished it off. But what a spectacle of a round there. Double Annihilations into play, or Armageddons rather. Just making parallel lines, both lanes being covered by the airstrike. And then effectively, Kimmy Kittens just keeps adding on to the pressure. Orbital Strike into play, slow down NAOS, buy all that time and all that space. And because of the ultimate frenzy that we saw there, Kimmy Kittens had holes control for days in that round.
I think there was like 7 ultimates going out, right? Crazy, crazy stuff. Yeah, double Armageddon, not something I've seen so far. It was like a highway full of traffic in Manila, right? 2 hours to get 10 minutes down the road.
Nah, bro. There's no way. You saw how clear the path was? What are you talking about? That ain't Manila.
True.
If that was Manila traffic, the Annihilation would be, or the Armageddon would be like, doot, 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 doot. You know? Step by step, man.
Oh, crazy stuff. But yeah, beautiful, right? You know, good resurgence there from Kimmy Kittens again. The timing, Ja has just been in so much control. And Crazy Guy now peeking out, finding the spike as well.
There's smoke, another kill. And Vera again pressured here by mid, but now with a bit of link control. They want to push into connector 2 with the fake out, but B's still the target.
PTC is going to be so heavily relied on here with the Soul Vandal, right? They're making their way through, and as the guided salvos come out, they've got to be so cautious. A little bit of information gathered now. Stealth drone doesn't quite go down. Styron actually taken down by Patman here, moving on in, but Moja, a little bit of a whiff there, but there's PTC with that Vandal that I spoke about. Now the drive-by. It's all left onto Ja. Again, in the clutch, 16 seconds. All he has to do is just buy time on this spike. He can now move on up. He actually does have the ultimate as well. The Steel Garden goes on through, but they're not going to need it. It is going to be that spike plant, and now as he can creep on out Sultan, he is tagged, a little bit awkward. The spy cam does get that information, but he can't quite connect on the shot. There was a moment in time there where maybe Ja could do something, but they reposition, they keep calm, and NAOS find their third.
Yeah, just too much pressure on Ja there. Getting tagged by, well, the reconnaissance, forcing him to swing a lot faster than expected, and that first shot wasn't even accurate. Sultan instead, who needs a rifle? Just go for the quick sheriff kill, Steel Garden. It's more a suggestion rather than a big threat, and from what we've seen so far here for NAOS, they found the answer by just still putting the same kind of pressure points and understanding what control they needed. They pushed into holes this time here, Conky. They still had that pillar control, and effectively, everything that went wrong in the round prior, they rescinded in that last one.
Now looking to pick up the pace again, right? Shia will be baited out once more. Got caught out a couple of times by that fake out from the Yoru. But already that positional control from Crazy Guy all the way up towards B long. They do have a level of awareness on it. And he's actually going to push further in. He's got to be so careful that he doesn't overextend here. Instead, he's just going to park it, wait, because again, that trap wire is going to give them a little bit of extra positioning. It will be pulled away though now by PTC.
Yeah, but NAOS did ping the ramp position where Crazy Guy was a while ago, so they were aware of potential push. KK2, same thing. Kimmy Kittens now pinging into club, but it was one of the few times we've seen this round, or in this game rather, Moja investing the fake out to break the shear. Look to put more pressure on Kimmy Kittens towards A just to allow this pivot to be easier.
They're out mid with the information as well, so they know nothing's home, and now this is going to be the pace coming in. Vera tries to go to the high heavens and will be taken down by Moja. And in the end, it is going to be a nice clean entry in towards the side here for NAOS. Moja fighting Styron as well, and we've had a couple of these rounds, right, where it's just like, well, guys, unfortunately, you don't get to play this one. I don't really think it's worth going in here for Kimmy Kittens.
Yep.
They don't have a hell of a lot of money. Vera might have enough to get something together, but it's an awkward position to be. A bit of a swing round here for the Singaporean side.
Yeah, now it's just... They send the fake out, I mentioned it a while ago, but it just benches whoever's playing on A. We've seen how Wayne and Ja have just been stonewalls on that side. Then what else can you do but just avoid them?
Time to jump.
Make them think that they have to stay there. Make them think that they need to be trained onto main without that sheer wall. And as soon as that happens, they still have control of ramps. They put the pressure into Link yet again. And effectively, these B side takes our NAOS are finding success here, Conky. And I wouldn't be surprised for Kimmy Kittens to now be kept guessing at this rate in the last few rounds of their defense.
Trying to stranglehold and take this one down, but they will be able to save their weapons. So what does it look like here in towards the 9th, 10th round? Now, the investment is there. A Marshal secured, just a Sheriff as well. Oh, it's a pretty scrappy looking buy here that they're going to try and put together. I think they're actually trying to save a little bit of extra credit to make sure that they can get that full buy. There is a little bit of loss bonus behind them, as we know. But yeah, man, now, sir, closing the gap here, Dax. They're bringing it back.
And just understanding how to navigate around this map as much as possible. They've seen the weakness of the Kimmy Kittens defense. Mid has been just free for NAOS for most of this game. It's really the sites where it makes a big difference. Another angle, perhaps here for NAOS to take advantage of. A main a while ago. Now Kimmy Kittens putting more pressure on it. An early smoke investment. Styron also setting out the salvo. And NAOS knows that Kimmy Kittens, they did send their forces this way, but Styron's all alone now.
Yeah, a little bit awkward here. Obviously, the complete change-up in the sense that they've left Jar over towards B with that utility this time. And now they've got the info. They can start to get that around, blindside in, clearing all the main, taking that control back. The Sky Smokes will give them some extra respite. But again, you know, Styron playing with that Stinger at a distance. The salvos are back, but it's going to be a tough one. Hoping for his sake that NAOS choose to go the other way, and they do. But look at Crazy Guy positioning now in towards Art.
Very safe play from NAOS so far. But Kimmy Kittens investing smokes early into the round means that they only have one left on the Brimstone here. Or perhaps post-plant later on. B, though, fortified heavily here by Ja. Sheer over onto Long. The Prowler yet again to clear the closer corners, but Crazy Guy skulking his prey. And now NAOS look to make the push happen.
If he gets the timing here, he should be able to get something for his troubles. One is good enough. All he had to do was just stem the bleeding there. And now as they push on in, Vera will be flooded out, and it's awkward because Moja does manage to gate crash his way in, but Ja with the Vandal holding true, getting all of the frags from the line as Crazy Guy hits the flank. He gets the 145 in one, but also the body shop to secure as well. Great positioning there, great positional advantage, I suppose, and calling from Crazy Guy there, right? Taking mid control, sending the team around, and just relying on the Vandal of Wayne and Ja.
Yeah, I was just so fixated on the site, I didn't even notice Crazy Guy immediately rushing into Club to just go for the plant there. Kimmy Kittens, incredible stranglehold 2 made. And it just defies expectations. Now I thought that, okay, we got mid control now. We burned some smokes. This is going to be free. We can go stroll into B. But no, them taking their time in the corners, being stalled because they haven't found Ja set up at all, allows Kimmy Kittens to just be the ones hustling into these positions. And that extra bit of proactivity, so effective for Kimmy Kittens in the series.
You love to see it when your IGL is taking that space and calling his guts up. It's beautiful. But once again, this time, a little bit of a different approach. You know, you say how mid-control has been continued to be gathered by it now. PTC finds it again. And now Wayne, a little bit of a different position. Hunter Fury going out early for Crazy Guy. He actually will get the connection. Will he be able to shoot it back? No, not quite. But that's still great early damage coming out from Crazy Guy.
Yeah, Crazy Guy just gets things for free, and not only that, that's big intel. Now tries to play the B. Wayne catching out Clerk 2. Sure, now to send out the ultimates, but look how tough this is going to be here, Conky.
Great stuff from Sultan and Moja there, getting the trades back immediately. That dimensional drift used fantastically in tandem with the Nightfall of Patman. So they do get site control. 45 seconds. They have to recover the spike. Now Sultan started to make way over. The guided salvos will be utilized, but there is going to be the recon bolt as well. So they should be able to gather some further information. Special delivery still in hand from Styron. So they've got to get a pick here. They've got to do something if they want to get a safe spike plant.
Same old double up. And Sultan, he's gone.
Last player standing.
Kimmy Kittens support that so well, and Crazy Guy's doing it all here. 2v1 now.
Patman needs to go for the clutch now. Got to do everything here solo. And And as he gets in towards the lane, it should be the line held by Vera. They are going to line up, but again, he's got no HP to work with Patman. Kimmy Kittens, they do it all time and time again. Armageddon secured in the next round for Styron. A 7th now picked up. They are just styling their way through this map, Dax.
So this is a post-plant strength on the defense for Kimmy Kittens.
We lose it anyway.
What more when we go for them on the attacking side, right? This is where it gets scary.
Face your fear!
But unfortunately for NAOS, this is exactly what Kimmy Kittens wants them to do. The pressure from Kimmy Kittens is just smoke all across the site. You have all these angles being held still by players like Fira, watching by Link. You have Museum held by Crazy Guy. So you can't really plant out in the open. Where else can you do it but the safe angle towards the corner? And what answer does Kimmy Kittens have? Shot fire, sure. I honestly thought for a Styron, just waits 5 seconds. They win immediately with the salvo, but here comes the pressure now into A main, and now it's investing stars early on just to try and control it.
Haven't really seen a hell of a lot again from this Astra so far. It's been all the Brimstone as it's walking on in. Armageddon burnt, and they do manage to dodge. It's okay for now. Following in the chain, Crazy Guy gets baited into submission, and now Styron up very, very close. He will be suppressed. The fake out goes in, and that's actually been baited a little bit. Now Styron has to tuck into the cubby. Moja will find the opening with the Guardian. Wayne in such an awkward line, 2 away from the orbital strike, but he has to find the kills as well. Might just have to wait now. Moja walking in towards Link, taking Vera, and again, Wayne is just having this purple people eaters popped in front of him. As he tries to cruise back on in, they do get the info. Moja starting to look through. Jar has been such a hero, Dax, but again, look how much he has to clear. Look at the positions he has to go into. Even the salvos inside the sky smoke. Has he been heard? Has he crept around? No. It is going to be NAOS getting 5. They will continue on. Game's not done just yet.
Yeah, what a weird round, honestly. NAOS in the end just say, screw it, we go. Moja couldn't decide whether he was going to back out.
We are so back, chat. Welcome here. Kimmy's Kittens 7-5. They're looking pretty good right now, but again, NAOS, you know, they hope to dig themselves out of this one quickly.
Konki, with that intro, you just got 10 years younger.
I've got to do everything I can, man.
That's some Zoomer TikTok energy right there. Sup, chats? Hey, guys. Feeling the energy here, and immediately, Kimmy Kittens, we were kind of alluding it to a while ago, but a comp like this, with a Brimstone in tow and with Crazy Guy going for the shot calls, it's a Bleed classic. It's post-plant being the win con here for Kimmy Kittens.
Moja looking to try and dive on in, but Styron will make quick work of him. In the end, the salvos will take down Vera. So it's an equalization, but Xavi did take a hell of a lot of chip damage for it.
Yeah, but keep an eye out how much utility Kimmy Kittens have once that spike goes down, if ever it does so. Wayne especially will want to hold on to the volley for as long as he can. That's why they send out Styron salvos first. And speaking of, he has one ready. Kimmy Kittens still crawling their way into B, and the owl drone out to go for the scout. Patman has to hide in the corner just to try and peek out later.
Not spotted just yet. It's only Xavi so far, and Patman able to find the right timing. Recon Bolt will be destroyed as well, so it's Jar to try and swing on in and take him. We'll be able to find that shot. Crazy Guy getting Sultan in the process. Xavi inside the sky smokes, ready to strike. When will he go for it? Oh, no, not quite. They bait him into submission there as Crazy Guy will find the shot. Now PTC has to do it all himself, and Styron will live on. It's Kimmy Kittens finding another pistol, Dax.
Yeah, just Kimmy Kittens, honestly. I'm glad that you mentioned it because they have been in control of these pistol rounds for so long of the series. They won the first one, I believe, a while ago here in Pearl. They won the second one here. They won that second one as well on Haven. So 3 out of 4 for Kimmy Kittens just to keep the lead going. And so far, so good. I like what we're seeing from Kimmy Kittens. They have post-plant in mind, but they're not afraid to send in their players to swing into the angles as soon as they need to. They almost got caught there by Patman, but they still kept an eye out towards holes, allows them to just rebuild their B-take. And Mojer now in and out real quick because Vera's in front with an outlaw in hand.
Going to be able to spot anything though, Moja. Not wanting to peek any deeper.
Here.
This is really just a round for Kimmy's Kittens about making no mistakes. Making sure that they connect with every single shot possible, not getting baited out by any utility because, again, PTC's found such a forward position here up towards main. And they've got mid-control again, Kimmy's Kittens, so now back up against the wall a little bit here.
Savvy just inside the smoke. Sure, Wayne and the rest now go for the push, but the gun advantage is so clear here. 4 guns at the helm, 3 bullets especially, looking to barrel down, and a single pick from Vera. A single shot's good enough.
Still so awkward now for Patman as well, you know, jammed up behind the screen. Really awkward line, but he gets the shot. Wow, nicely found on the Vera there, because now he can get into position towards long. A little bit awkward there for Jab, but as the stim goes down, they've got a little bit of extra time. I mean, all they want to do is just bait out Patman, but with that Outlaw, again, it could be certainly dicey. They take control, and Patman, oh my god! What a hero round from the man! And now Crazy Guy has to try and do everything solo in the 1v3. It's only up against these classics here, but he drops another shot. Savvy taken down. Crazy Guy, 18 seconds, has the time, but he's so scared. All PTC has to do is just try and be patient. Try and wait out these moments. The recon bolt goes in. That's not even going to spot the information, though. PTC walks in. 3 bullets. Not enough, but he gets the shot in the end. Oh, my God. I am on the edge of my bloody seat right now. NAOS gets 6 somehow out of nowhere.
Utter insanity from NAOS themselves. What did we just witness there? Classics getting kills for free. That's the power of Patman, though, winning out that fight towards long. And he mentioned it. Him playing towards Pillar, now confirming that there's no one else. Now he gets to peer into the link position. And from that point on, now it's just exemplify their stranglehold on it. They have the high-low. They have someone else towards the left side. PTC on the lurk. And bit by bit, Kimmy was getting picked apart. A good effort from Crazy Guy in the edge, sure. But NAOS now keeping themselves in the fight and swinging things in their favor on the defense. It's still double doors, still being pressured, and Sultan will have an inkling of what's going on here.
I'll take it.
Happy with that. Great little opener. Now they just need to keep on moving, keep on grooving.
1 enemy remaining.
And this is quite a decimation for NAOS. Obviously, again, not a massive investment here. So it's okay. Kitten's happy to forgo that one. Happy to lose out that round. Give NAOS a 7th. But this is where it starts to get really close, Dax. And my eyes are very much on to this round. How does it look for Kittens, and can they keep the pace up?
Yeah, did we see that, right? Kittens might just not have updated, but the money was a little dicey there. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if they had money here. Given that now they did play the eco in the last round. There you go. Update real quick. Operator in hand. And the Kimmy Kittens, they're going to look to find that first pick to make these potential post plants easier. Now they'll have the right idea. If they hold for mid control and get these kills early, why do they need to deal with a post plant that looks so suffocating if they have the numbers early on?
Yeah, definitely so. Let's get the early advantage. Keep the pressure down. Now again, my eyes just firmly on Patman to see if he can keep up this form. Been looking good. Nightfall already in hand. Savvy, 1 away from the Armageddon as well.
And Patman has been such a strong addition to NAOS. We've seen him in the PH scene do incredible work against NAOS when he was in Zol. And it's just no different. He's one of the most clutch players here for NAOS Esports right now. Vera looking to keep an eye out towards Sultan. A swing out towards holes might be deadly. The Astra pivotal for this B control, and the smoke comes on up just to keep it safe. It's Sultan standard, actually. You've seen him cut up this site in half by setting up smokes like that even a while ago in Haven.
Really trying to get his way back into this one, right? Such an impact player. The Sultan DOS9 combo. Once again, that star will be popped. Another Nebula to give the additional time. PTC waiting ready. We'll get one, but Crazy Guy, good for the trade. Now Sultan trying to pop that Nova Pulse, the Gravity Well as well. But he's going to be taken down by Styron. And now, even though the Nightfall goes out, it's still so awkward. 3 on 3. 20 seconds left. Now needing to try and find that spike plant. They do bait out the Hunter's Fury. Moja takes Crazy Guy down in the process. And now as Jar pushes on in, it's all left on the Styron. Has to try fight towards CT here, but in the end, it will be Patman finding the round. And that is the scoreline tied up 8-8. NAOS have found that momentum. They are picking up and dragging the team across the line. They don't want to go down 0-2 here and now in the end of this Group A matchup.
Yeah, they want to go fight for this one, right? Force decider, move into bind if possible. Of course, installed, they're all tied up, but here we go again. The playbook from NAOS has just been play off the smokes from Sultan. We saw it on Haven, and I was mentioning it a while ago. Case in point, PTC plays close. and effectively bumps into a player from Kimmy Kittens, right? They see each other close range, they get that kill there from PTC. Sultan swings, finds another, and just without that long range pressure from Kimmy Kittens, now just feels so safe to play more open on the site itself. It's been the strength of their defense, and PTC and Sultan, the new additions to this NAOS roster, they've been building chemistry up throughout the season, and we're seeing it now provide these results.
This is a good game of Valorant, man. I'm enjoying myself. Happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here. This is why we do it. But yeah, just again, pushing and pulling, really making each team sweat. We've seen such crazy moments, obviously, again, in that previous round only a couple ago with the Classic and the Outlaw pickup from Patman to kind of get that pace that NAOS was looking for. Now just slow prod here with the lesser weaponry, trying to posture up towards 8. Not being able to clear out a hell of a lot, though, here, Kimmy's Kittens.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen them actually go for this A site in this manner. They have 3 Stingers to go for the rush down. They might want to go for a push into A itself immediately, but the problem is there's stars being set up by Sultan. Sets up the smoke. Standard here for NAOS. But not only that, a second star to reinforce. So suck, or perhaps a stun. It can come either way, but here comes Kimmy Kittens now putting the pressure on. Sultan has to break the darts, and now still playing close.
Very, very patient here. Moja not overlooking anything. 1 and 2, but he is traded. And now as the Armageddon goes down, Zavi actually taken. Ja gets a couple of shots, but found inside the smoke now. All left on to just Master Wayne. He's been able to beat the Thief in the Night in a couple of previous rounds. Patman waiting, though, and ready for the waltz in towards Art. Denial of service. No famous pieces put up in the Louvre tonight, as NAOS will take the lead.
I mean, he's night shift here, Patman. He's the master of shadows at this point. And here, NAOS again. The low smoke sure is one to watch out for. Great effort from Kimmy to and make it close. But this is what I was talking about. Just that fade value will come in spades. Not just from the Prowlers we've seen, not just the C's to go for the stall, but the Haunt too will effectively be left uncontested unless shot because of the lack of smokes for Kimmy Kittens. That's free intel, that's free spray through the smoke, and that was just NAOS getting the swing of things to now take the lead here.
Looking really good. So consistent with these rounds ever since picking up that force back. Well, the eco, the full eco, right? You know, I think it was just the Sheriff. So, pressure's really on to Kimmy Kittens now. They've got to move as quickly as they possibly can. Otherwise, it could be very well curtains, and they'll be dealing with bind into that final map. You talked about it being probably a little bit easier of a lean towards Kimmy Kittens, but you know, now so certainly applying the pressure everywhere.
Hey, we always talk about stealing map picks away, right?
That's it.
A while ago, now
such is Valorant.
Such is Valorant, and such is a best of 3. But we haven't seen the full strength of the Kimmy Kittens composition as of yet. Now is doing a good job to temper those expectations. Where's the post plant right for Kimmy Kittens? Now they're trying to force it with the Armageddon into play again, and it's a victim here for Sultan to go down 1 for 1.
Perfect work, but Zavi still holding and kicking and screaming his way through this round. Great 2 picks already. Now as they find their way in towards the site, they should be able to find this spike plant, but they have to force a little bit further. Try and get in towards dugout. It's going to be the blind side out now. Damage dealt. Patman, Zavi getting the job done. All left onto Ja. 1 versus 4. He's 1 away from the Steel Garden, but will he be able to even get it out if he finds one shot? Maybe there's a chance he's able to fall away, but now he can go. That is going to be the Steel Garden going in, and they're fighting for it, but they run in. Oh, if he just waited half a second, maybe, but hindsight is 2020. But Zavi is 2025, a 4K for him. And now they line up 10 rounds in a run here into this defensive side.
Take a picture of that last moment. Ja, all in his head says, all around me are familiar faces. They just rush him into the corner there, Konki. There was no reprieve at all from NAOS against their former teammates. And effectively, Zavi feeling it, he's like... I can say the first part of that.
Is it a safe translation or?
I can't say the second. He said, "Nice recon dart, Batman."
Okay,
the second part was, "I love you."
Okay, yes. I believe it. Wow, man, what a change! I mean, just the fact that they're not losing to any of this overwhelming nature now, right? You know, the patience there, even just from Moja sitting inside that sky smoke, waiting for the perfect time to get the blindside out and go straight in towards the site. It's just such a different NAOS from what we saw in the previous map of Haven.
Dude, I just see them as no breaks. This is the right call for NAOS. Never let Kimmy Kittens get comfortable. Never let them set up a post-plant position for themselves. Sure, the spike's planted, But what can you do for Kimmy Kittens when you're getting pressured on sides? You have players by Link, you have players by Flowers, you still have Secret being a point of contention until Ja controls it. Where do you escape to play utility? That has been the answer from NAOS on this defense. That has been the way to go. And ever since that Thrifty right, NAOS has not let go of the gas pedal here, Conky. 5 rounds in a row, and they're 3 away from tying up the score here.
Get out of my way!
All right, take a breath. Kimmy Kittens, they've taken their pause. Alex R has had a little bit of a chat, whispering into their ears. And now it's all pressure. As you said, all gas, no brakes for NAOS. Trying to take advantage of that Blade Storm. There is utility here worth using for Kimmy Kittens, but again, it's going to be that aggression. Okay, maybe. NAOS, that's where you got to pump those brakes. 3 taken, and I think they just have to save immediately.
Yeah, slice and dice. Chef Vera wants to cook, and I would like more of that, please. Incredible course meal. Left or right, anyone swinging from NAOS getting caught. That's always the risk here for NAOS if they try to play that aggressive. Kimmy Kittens can swing it on the dime. They have the shooters on them. Batman sure he tries to play into double doors, but unless we get heroics again from him, this is just a moot point here.
3 Michelin stars. It's a nice little meal for Kimmy Kittens. Delicioso. I mean, look, a little bit of trade-out damage, but nothing to write home about, nothing to sweat too much. Like, NAOS has still got a hell of a lot of money. Sultan is the one with the limited amount. So I think Kimmy Kittens are sort of counting their lucky stars, and they don't even have an Astra here. Because that was a pretty happy turnaround for them, but it's still not perfect. They don't have a hell of a lot of cash. So they've got to make sure that they convert this next one as well.
Yeah, and Vera having a bit of money in the bank could be helpful into the next buy. But beyond that, it's going to be light armor for days for Kimmy Kittens. If NAOS gets a read on this one, plays the Outlaw. Oh, they're going to go for the full operator instead. Sure, why not? Mojer on it. And 4 ultimates too for NAOS. So they have so much to work with here for NAOS. They built up a bank. They built up the ultimates. And as of now, it's up to Kimmy Kittens to try and swing things in their favor. As we're going to get into another round and an op 2 for Vera.
The famed Yoru operator. I mean, look, it works, right? A little position to gate crash your way out off the peak. And he's taken a hell of a lot of control up towards Club. Really, it's just going to be the battle of these operators here now as the information gathered. The salvo's forcing the position, forcing the pressure out, and Vera just walks straight into the crosshair of Moja.
Yeah, just don't respect it at all. NAOS, they send out the Yoru early. The beauty of having Mojer on that Yoru is set up that gate crash all the way by Halls. It's gone now, but he's still staying stable on that side of the map. Arc row's broken too. Ja, not going to have the flash till the end of the round here effectively, and it's Kimmy Kittens who can't find any space to work with now.
They're pinging. They know exactly where Moja is, right? They're going to try and flood him out with those salvos, but I don't think he feels any pressure. Now he can get that gate crash all the way back into lane. He has so much space, and he's going to be able to pick up another. The only thing is, though, it's a real fake out towards this side of the map. A is where they will posture. But again, they've got Patman, they've got PTC here ready to rock and roll. That spy camp is available. Jark gonna walk straight into it. Fort, information gathered. They've got the haunt, they've got the C's available if they need. And it's information immediately. PTC dropping Ja 20 seconds, and they have to just try and fall away. I don't think they can even do anything here. It looks like they're just gonna be saving, and that is a rough prospect to take.
As soon as we saw that haunt, the round was over. No one can shoot that. No one's in position.
10 seconds
you
left.
get the scan through the cyber cage that now set up themselves. Then again, free picks for days, but you have to respect Mojer holding on to that operator, right? One thing was Vera walking into that one, but Crazy Guy too, playing with fire with those jump peaks. Even if he got that space, NAOS had a second plan. Mojer was so patient throughout that round, waiting for something like a salvo before he set up that second gate crash, rather than immediately throwing it out. Once it was gone the first time around, case in point, he gets to stay a lot longer towards pillar than he should have.
Now look at this, right? A full comfy buy, 5 ultimates. Whereas Kimmy Kittens have to invest absolutely everything. They've only got the orbital strike. They got to hope and wish upon everything. I don't know. That's all they got to do right now. Kimmy Kittens have to put it all on the table.
Might as well. They have the rifles in hand. Crazy Guy too looking for the swing, but the pressure's still there. Mojer again. Maximum value with the operator, and that's the first for NAOS.
Patman should be able to catch everyone with the C's as well here. Yeah, Wayne is forced back, but he does manage to get the kill somehow. Maybe some respite here. Maybe a little bit of extra pressure. Armageddon going down now. Vera has to walk away, trying to avoid Xavi's utility there. They will wait for it to go on down, and that gives enough time for PTC to get away. PTC actually gets the information, but the orbital strike will force him away. Neural theft there available if he wants it, but Vera finds Xavi. Kimmy Kitten's still not done just yet. Spike getting planted, but Moja straight on in with a dimensional drift. He's going to go straight up in towards main, trying to get the catch. It's going to be awkward. Has to try and fight this fighter. Jaja gets the blind. Shorty takes it back. 3 versus 3 now. Neural theft still available. Cosmic Divide will go down, giving time. Wayne just waiting ever so patiently here. Now sees the gate crash go through. Moja wants to try and find this, but as the blind side goes through again, Wayne so patient. The timing is perfect, but Moja tries to do it all. It's a 3K, but 2 alive, and Kimmy Kittens, they ain't done just yet.
Yeah, welcome to the wonderful world of Wayne. What a way to win for Kimmy Kittens. It looks so dicey, them going into that A site after PTC's tripwire triggers, but Wayne makes such a strong judgment call. Send out that orbital strike. Go for that kind of push. Allow them to have a safer angle to play in, since now that big laser beam is going to cover the whole half of the other side of A. Gives them that space to work with on the site right. Cosmic Divide comes into play. Wayne still going for the quiet approach. Crosses through, doesn't get spotted by Mojer. And from that point on, Kimmy Kittens making it to double digits. I've been saying that this has been Wayne's series so far for KK, and it's another proof in the pudding from that last round.
They're able to find this. It just needs to be information. They've immediately spotted out Moja, and he is going to choose to get out of it this time. The Armageddon goes down. It's not going to play with Moja, so again, my eyes are firmly onto this Yoru. He holds the shot, doesn't quite connect with the opening, and now it's awkward. Trapped in the corner. Vera will take him down. PTC getting one back, but he has to fall away immediately. Ja dropped down by the position. The ultimates are all going out. Again, the decay makes it so awkward, but now they'll settle. They still need to find this plant, Dax.
Yeah. The decay is painful. It stalls the potential plant and gives NAOS time to work with. They're also marking holes as much as possible, but Kimmy Kittens, good control on that side of the map. They overrun Mojer as soon as they could, get rid of the operator from the equation, and now they have the numbers advantage.
Can't believe how still they are, right? Just waiting for someone to make a mistake. Information now from the guided salvos. He waited so patiently, and that will force them out of the corner. Xavi was still able to hold, but now as that Hawk goes over, they should gather some information quickly. But it will be destroyed, will be denied. Vera on that line. PTC does take him down, tries to swing, but it's a little bit too far as Styron will find it all. Patman needs to be the hero, but look at this lineup. Oh, the high and low. Styron will secure. That's a rude awakening to have 3 members just all up in your grill. And, yeah, Kimmy Kittens tie it up, 11 to 11. Make a wish, Dax.
Brother, I thought it was Kimmy Kittens. Why are we playing Duck Duck Goose with them? One's low, one's high, one's low again. They make a caterpillar there. Just line on up effectively. But in the end, yeah, Kimmy Kittens have tied it up. We're going to see NAOS go for the timeout. But what an incredible round there. And just immediately how Kimmy Kittens calls those resets. They wait out the timer for their own salvo. Gives them the chance to swing safely onto the plant. And then from that point on, right, they still hold towards holes. They go over to the pillar position. And finally, we see how effective Kimmy Kittens could be on the post plant with those numbers to begin with.
Oh, man. Coming down to the absolute wire here. I'll pause in for Amix to have a chat to the boys. Let them know what the go is. This is where legends are made in these kind of scorelines, right? And we weren't really expecting something like this on this specific map. It was kind of, you know, lining it up, being, you know, given that script saying, okay, guys, NAOS is going to win the first map. Kimmy Kittens to get the second. Bind's nice and close, but that hasn't been the case at all. Yeah. And with Bind around the corner, you know, we've got 2 rounds away to determine a victor or an overtime.
Yeah, I mean, we can go to Bind. We can see it 2-0. NAOS doing wonders at the start of this half on the defense, but this time Kimmy Kittens have found their way into these sites. They understand the pressure they need to put into Mojer, the speed they need to play to get past that operator in the last few rounds. And this time around, the buy from NAOS, a bit of a pittance. Hero rifle for PTC, sure. Looking to reinforce Art as much as he can. But Vera, on the other hand, Outlaw in hand. A signature pick, honestly, for Kimmy Kittens throughout this game, exploiting light armor when they can.
Doesn't even want to fire the shot out. Doesn't want to give that information away. It'll just be the shorty to destroy the Prowler. It's all eyes again on PTC. with that Vandal.
Recovering it.
Where are they going to pop the Sky Smokes? They want to try and take some of this control here, but Sultan, again, onto that line. Does have the star down, potential gravity well if he wants to. The Nebula to go down for now. He has to try and pop it. It's actually the Nova Pulse, and he gets the space off the back of it. So happy to fall away for now. And immediately, they pull the plug on it, Kimmy Kittens.
Yeah, in and out real quick. Just way too tough for Vera to get through the stun and the salvo. It's too much to handle. Tripwire's broken though, and here they go on towards A.
Straight into the stack, though, and PTC, as I said, you got to keep an eye on him with that Vandal inside the Cyber Cage. Information gathered, so much of it. And now as they gate crash out, PTC, a monster!
Down A.
That's beautiful stuff from him. And now all on the crazy guy. It is in the clutch position. Don't think he got that final tag up, so it's a 1 versus 3 in full. Spike dropped, 20 seconds. A moment in time where we should very well see the overtime here. The special delivery out, 15 seconds. Has to split the wickets, but it's Patman to take it. And that is NAOS. Map point here. They want to take us to bind.
PTC, 1, 2, 3. They always just go hand in hand, don't they? And NAOS Esports putting themselves in a position to force out a bind in the future. It is map point here for NAOS, but the last round too, just an exemplary salvo of utility. They prevent double doors from getting overrun. They funnel Kimmy Kittens towards that A side where NAOS actually had a useful gun into play, and PTC delivers. As soon as someone peeks from Blink, well, it's a mark for PTC.
Crazy stuff, man. As you say, baiting them into submission. Making it all happen. Now they walk on through. Once again, same position. Having a little bit of a look will be Moja. He's going to bait it out. Pull away. Not looking to overinvest into that position just yet. He's actually trying to creep around very aggressively. Special delivery doesn't quite hit the mark, and now he does have blindside if he chooses, but I think he's overstayed his welcome potential a little bit here. Dax Savvy does get one, but he's taken down by Wayne. Now they're looking to get the spike planted, but Sultan, as he mentioned, Patman does drop Vera, getting a little bit too aggressive, and now they have to pull away immediately. The Armageddon is in tow.
They have to pull away? More like they want to pull away. Kimmy Kittens, this is their victory condition, and it's up to NAOS now to do this the hard way. PTC looking for the clear. Effective work from Kimmy Kittens a while ago. They caught out Mojer after that second scan, but here comes the flash now, and Patman looks to provide the clutch again.
The salvos again to just buy some additional time. Up so close. It's on the other side of that Nebula. The incendiary is perfect, as you mentioned, and there's the Armageddon. He does manage to slip the wickets. No, he can't find it at all. They didn't even get that spike. No, it is to half. He can look to hold it. They can tap onto it. Is there enough time? No! There's only one time, Dax, and that time is over.
Switching sides.
I like that.
Overtime.
I like that one a lot, Chief, but overtime it is. And Kimmy Kittens, we were hyping it up the whole half. We were saying, okay, post-plant is where they finally reign supreme. It took them the whole second half, but we finally get there. A perfect molly into, of course, a perfect airstrike. Kimmy Kittens, they've been looking for that.
How close was that Armageddon? Hey, like he just got clipped by it.
They had that calculated. It's always those small margins for Kimmy Kittens, right? Into the post plant. You think NAOS can steal it away, but no. They shut that down, and here we are into overtime.
It's a game that I feel like we deserved, right? You know, these two teams just fighting for that top seed. They want to give themselves the best chance that they can into playoffs. And obviously, again, you know, Kimmy Kittens, they can close it out here now 2-0, or they'll leave that extra map to let it all go down to fate on bind. And once again, look at this position here from Vera. He has funneled absolutely everyone from Kimmy Kittens in towards A, and that's where Jar is set on that Vice.
They've committed. They have that operator in, so for good reason. Ensure the fake outs into play, trying to clear out as much utility as they can, but NAOS don't bite on it. They look to pivot towards B. They might run into that Opto waiting for them.
Oh, it's all a ruse. Vera has so much pressure on him now. Has to find the line. And he does narrowly miss it. The salvos are going to force him away. And now the Prowler all up in his grill. It's so awkward. Vera has to swing on towards Long. The information's there. He's missing all of the shots, but somehow still alive. Crazy Guy joins the party. Vera with the shorty gets one, but it's just absolute decimation. Wayne, the last man standing, 40 points of HP. But Brimmy, he is strong and tough and goddamn handsome as Kimmy Kittens find a 13.
You know, they said, Conky, that you're the brimstone of Smash. You confirmed that statement.
No, I'm not as big as that man, unfortunately. His beard is nice and thick.
But that was such a chaotic round, and it almost fell apart for Kimmy Kittens. Let's be real. The angles from Vera were so secure and sure. But he, unfortunately for him, misses all those shots. He somehow gets a kill with a shorty though. But then again, how did Kimmy Kittens respond, right? In all that chaos, they were already being active. They didn't rely on Vera to just get those kills and just wait towards A. They all rushed down. Crazy Guy was the first one to get the kill. He got into holes immediately. And for that trade for trade, Kimmy Kittens took that dub. And now, here they are on series point.
Never seen a round where it was 1-for-1 for a full wipeout. And it all starts with Crazy Guy, as you mentioned. They did so well to force Vera off with that utility. It's something that NAOS have been doing fantastically on Pearl. But you can already see they are starting to feel a little bit flat here, causing that timeout. Amix trying to get that final pep talk in here, Dax. But could this be the final round, or do we continue the back and forth, the old game of tug of war? As we swap the sides, Kimmy Kittens on the offense, and it's Moja again walking his way over towards B with that operator. Surely they'll be aware of it this time, right?
Kimmy Kittens might be looking for it. They brought that up a while ago. Same position for Moja. He's been effective to play even onto those small corners on B long. But effectively, if this is just the rush down we expect from Kimmy Kittens, if they get the right pieces of utility, then that holes control is going to be so important. All alone, though, on B. That's my big concern for NAOS, because we could see the potential overrun. And right now, 5 seconds left on the timer. A small tech posture just to make sure this next round is just everything A-okay for all these players.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Little timeout, potentially.
Tech boss.
Tech pos?
Tech boss. That's how
Where
you
is
say it in
Ray
Filipino. Oh!
Tech pos.
Man gets the references. Look at this guy. True Filipino right there.
That's it. Ever since, what was it, Split 2 just before LCQ, I think, a few years back? I've been born out of the Filipino flames.
Yeah. We welcome you. We welcome you, good sir. See you here. I mean,
look forward to the day.
I mean, Pilski has gone here. Yeah, the wild adventure in Manila, that's for sure. Not for the top three, but hey,
a little bit of a walk. A little bit of a walk. Just like Pilski. Straight into his demise somehow, but he gets one.
Hey, Pilski's safe and sound in Korea, so good on him. Not so much for Jod, though.
For how long?
Yeah. You're not wrong. Yeah, well. Overall, though, this reset still effective for NAOS, right? They still have 2 players each on both sides of the map. And Kimmy Kittens. Time's running out, but they're making sure that mid is as safe as can be. Keeping an eye out towards double doors. They go for Art, though, and are waiting to see what Crazy Eye can do. The swing comes out. NAOS, though, can't confirm the kill. And now the numbers are looking to barrel down towards his A side.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward there now. We have to see PTC go very, very big. Will he push into the Nebula? He's up close and personal with that shorty. I think Crazy Guy might be in for a rude awakening. He absolutely will. He's done very well, PTC, for these impact frags, but he finds control of the site, actually pushing forward in towards A main, and the rotation is going to come around from Sultan. It's going to be a tough 4-on-3.
Yeah. Kimmy Kittens, they do back away, though, to go back into Art, make sure that's safe and sound, but A main, as you mentioned, now still holding on to it, and Vera wants to advance and try to cut off this advance.
This could be huge, but Vera does get spotted in the end by Moja, looking through the flowers, and unfortunately, there will be no purchase today. All falling apart, the leaves dropping off as Wayne has to do it all. Great shot. PTC forced off that spike defusal. The guided salvos are there as well, opposing sides. And now the special delivery coming on through. It does narrowly miss. PTC will connect onto the shot. And Dax, you know what this is? I think. I think.
It's over. It's over.
It's gone.
It's over.
Oh my God. There is no way. The incendiary of a hero.